everybody, this is Styrling with USA Tennis Coach. Bill and I are here and we're going to talk to you today about sportsmanship in tennis. Bill is the Executive Director of USA Tennis Coach. I'm the President. And we'll start out today. Bill, I want to ask you, what do you think are the key areas of sportsmanship in tennis?
Well, I think the importance of sportsmanship, especially in tennis, is that it's a sport that requires a certain level of concentration above other sports. And it's very similar to golf. I think golf is well noted for maybe being the highest level sportsmanship sport in the world because players actually have to, sign each other's scorecard, and they're responsible for penalizing themselves properly. So tennis should be right up there with golf in terms of sportsmanship. And the main reason is that players play better when the sportsmanship is better. When an environment turns into this antagonistic environment, then the level of play goes down. Another thing is that the sportsmanship is such a great life lesson for players because learning to be gracious to one another in victory or defeat is so vital to future success in life. Right now our country is going through this very interesting phase where people have been found not to be as honest as we would hope. And I think a lot of the training ground for that is in the sporting world. So I think it's really vital to teach kids and sometimes even their parents to play fair and to wish for their opponent to do better. I believe that there's a much greater level of satisfaction that's gained from winning a competition where everything was played to the highest level that it can be played, that you're wishing for your opponent to play well so that when you beat them, then you have an even greater sense of accomplishment because you beat them at their best. Wishing for your opponent to do more poorly so that you can win is not quite as satisfying. And really it has to do mainly with the enjoyment of the sport. On the other hand, when you see people who are trying to create a coercive environment and the level of play is going down, and there's even maybe some cheating going on, then what's going to happen with those people that win like that? They're going to have to look at themselves in the mirror and wonder if they would have won if they hadn't cheated, if they hadn't intimidated their opponent, if they hadn't created a coercive environment that made it difficult for those players to play that day. So those are my top reasons why we need to be enforcing sportsmanship, teaching it, and giving the full measure of those life lessons to our players.